This video is brought to you by Bantio TCG.
What's up guys, Aquatic here, and today I'm here with another Digimon deck profile. Today we'll be going over the BT-20 GigaSeadramon's deck. So this is pretty much a Seadramon tribal deck. It is very different from the Deep Saber deck that we've seen before in EX8. So without further ado, let's get right into the deck profile. So for Digimon, I'm running 4 of the Bukamon from BT-7. So this is a pretty good Tama for the deck, just because we are playing a lot of Digimon from our sources with the GigaSeadramon's. So you'll be able to use this effect pretty often. Its ability is that whenever a Digimon is played from the evolution source, you can gain 1 memory. So you can use this to extend your turns. Pretty nice. Moving on to the main deck, we are running 4 of the GigaSeadramon's. So this is the boss monster of deck. It's got a pretty strong ability. So it's got security attack +1, reboot and blocker, and then on evolution and on attack once per turn from the evolution cards of evolution source for this Digimon. With MetalSeadramon or X anybody in the source, you can play a level 5 or lower Digimon without paying its cost. And then on all turns, whenever any of your Digimon are played from the source, you can de-digivolve 2 on one of your opponent's Digimon. So it's a pretty strong package all around. It's very aggressive because it has the security check +1, so you can just attack with it, and then unsuspend it has blocker, and then you'll also be able to just play stuff from the source on attack, even the turn after, so you'll be able to de-evolve and just control your opponent's board. Very strong. Main problem with this card is that it doesn't really have protection, which is, you know, definitely a problem, but I think the deck is fast enough that you'll be able to just take care of a lot of things. Especially, we do have our other boss monster, which is the MetalSeadramon Ace, which we're running 3 of. So this one has the ability of on play on evolution, you can de-digivolve one of your opponent's Digimon, and then you can bounce a level 7, cost 7 or lower card to the bottom of the deck. So once you de-digivolve, a lot of times there is a good chance that it will be a 7 cost or lower. So pretty good. And with all the Ace Digimon running around, usually they'll be cost 7 or lower as well. So it's nice. And or you can de-digivolve their Ace and then get overflow and do stuff with the memory you get. And the both turns ability is whenever your memory is 1 above your opponent, all your opponent's Digimon cannot rest, so they cannot block pretty much on your turn. But if you have something that can, if they're attacking with something that blitzes, they can't do that as well, which is pretty good. Alright, next for the level 5s, we're running 4 of the MetalSeadramon from EX8. So this is the Deep Saber MetalSeadramon. Its on evolution and on play ability is to unsuspend one of your Digimon. It doesn't have to be this one; it can be anything. And then on attack, if you have 1 or more memory, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot suspend at the end of the turn. So a little bit of stun, which is nice as well. So you can stop them from blocking as well, which is really nice. And the inherent ability is also really important. On attack, you can tuck in one of your other Digimon underneath this card's source to unsuspend. So comboed with the GigaSeadramon's, you can, if you don't have anything else on the board, you can attack with this, play something out, and then you can tuck it back in to unsuspend and attack again. So you'll be able to do 4 checks, which is really nasty. Next, for the other level 5s, we're running 3 of the MetalSeadramon X Antibody. So I would like to run a 4th one, but I don't really have the space in this particular build. But 3 is fine; you'll see it often enough. So on play and on evolution, you can bounce a level 4 back to the opponent's bottom deck, and then afterwards, if you have MetalSeadramon or X anybody in source, one of your opponent's Digimon cannot rest on the end of the turn. So stun again, pretty nice. And then the inherent ability is just that this Digimon's attack cannot change targets, so your opponent can't block, which is very, very good. Especially since you have the GigaSeadramon's, you'll be able to just keep checking the 2 checks, and then 2 checks again, and then they can't do anything about it. So very, very strong. For level 4s, we are running 4 of the Seadramon from the promo Seadramon. I think the Seadramon is very expensive in English. So if you don't have access to this, then I guess you can find a different Seadramon. But this card's pretty strong. So this card's ability is on play and on evolution, one of your blue Digimon cannot be deleted until the end of your opponent's turn. So if you give it to your GigaSeadramon's, even if you block with it and your opponent has a higher DP Digimon, it won't die. So it's pretty good for that. And I guess it's some sort of battle protection, which is really nice. And it's also protection when you're attacking security, so it's like jamming. But also, it's a gained effect, so even if you get to Digivolve, you get to keep it. So I guess if you have a jamming in your inherit, it doesn't really matter, but it's nice to have. And you can just give this to anything. You can give it to another Digimon that doesn't have jamming. So yeah. And the inherit ability is on your turn, whenever you play another Digimon by an effect, one of your blue Digimon gains Rush. So you can attack, play something out, give it Rush, and attack with that one instead, and you can tuck something else in to unsuspend if you have more than 2 Digimon on the board. That way you can do more attacks. And if you get a early attack in, like with your level 3 or something, then your opponent's pretty much dead. So it's very, very strong. Next, we are running 4 of the Seadramon X antibody from BT-20. This is the new Seadramon we got. So on play on evolution, you can return one of your opponent's level 3 to the bottom of the deck. And then if you have Seadramon or X antibody in source, one of your opponent's Tamers cannot suspend at the end of turn. So we have Tamer stun as well, which is really good against hybrid decks. And then obviously we have the Tamer stun. We also have the Digimon stun, so you can just keep stunning your opponent's stuff, and they get pretty frustrated. You know, it's a good time for you. Not too great of a time for them, but it's okay. Next, we're running 2 of the Shellmon because we are running Yao Qinglang. So we're running 2 of these. I don't have my hands on the promo yet. The promo Yao Qinglang. I probably will run 3 of these if I have the promo, but right now I only have, I don't have the promo, so I'm running 2, and I'll probably cut out one of the Seadramon X antibodies for a 3rd one. Because I was just want to try out the promo, but they're coming from Japan, so I'll try to get my hands on them. They're a little bit hard to get in Hong Kong right now, so I will probably try to get them from Japan instead next month. Yeah, let's move on to the next level 3s. We're running 4 of the Crabmons. So this one, on play, you can give one of your Digimon blocker. So this is just here in case you're not up to your GigaSeadramon's yet, but you still want to block. If you Digivolve into the Seadramon, and then if you play this out, you can give if you have battle protection, like from Seadramon, you can give that Digimon blocker, and then it'll also be protected from battle. So you'll be able to have another tanky little body on the board for you to block with, which is really nice. And the inherit also gives you jamming, which is really good. Main problem with this is that it's not a aquatic type, so you won't be able to combo it with Yao Qinglang to tuck it into the source, because this is a crustacean, I believe. So it is not targetable by Yao Qinglang, but it's fine. Next, we're also running 4 of the Sangomon. So this is a aquatic type. So on play, you can look at the top 3 cards of your deck, and you can add an aquatic trait Digimon, as well as a Liberator card to your hand. So aquatic type card, as well as a Liberator card. So you can potentially grab 2 targets. And then there's the bottom, and then the inherent ability is on attack. At the end of attack, sorry, you get 1 memory. Same with the Shellmon. Pretty good. So you can, if after you're doing attacks, because your attacks will most likely have jamming, one way or another. either pseudo jamming or jamming. So at the end of the attack, you'll be able to gain memory back to do your stuff. So it's pretty nice. And the majority of the deck is Aquatic, so it's pretty good for that. And your other stuff is Liberator, so you can, if you search another one of these and then you have a Shellmon or something, you can also grab that and one of your Seadramon pieces, or if you found a Yaoqing, you can also grab her. So overall, pretty solid searcher for the deck. I think I also see somebody running the what's the name? Dracomon from EX3, because that lets you grab Dramons. But I don't really have space for it here. But you can cut out the Swimmon for it, or you can cut out 2 Crabmons for it. We are running 2 Swimmon. Swimmon's ability is Evade, and then here is Jamming. The reason I'm running 2 Swimmons is because it is a aquatic trait, so you can tuck this in with Yaoqing. And if you don't like the Crabmons, you can cut 2 of these out for 2 more Swimmons. That way you're running 4 targets you can search with Sangomon and you can tuck in. But I actually quite like the Crabmons because I am running Seadramon X Antibody, which is on play and on evolution. You can choose one of your opponents, choose one of your Digimon, and it cannot be destroyed by battle until the end of opponent's turn. So it's another Seadramon ability that you can use to just do your stuff. And at the end of attack for the inherent ability, if you have, on attack, if you have 7 or less cards in your hand, you can draw one. So helps you replenish your hand a bit, because you will be putting stuff in with Yaoqing. So if you want to refresh your hand, you can kind of do that. Again, this is not a Aqua type, so you cannot search it with Sangomon or tuck it in with Yaoqing, but it is a X antibody, so we can search Cool Boy for it. You can use Cool Boy to search for it, so it's pretty good. But yeah, this is I'm mainly running this because this is like the Seadramon line, so it kind of feels right to run it. And honestly, I think it's got pretty good synergy. It would be better if it has the aquatic trait, but I think it's fine. All right, next. Running 3 of the Yaoqing. So this is the memory setter for a deck, and its ability is whenever one of your Aqua or Sea Animal attacks, you can suspend this Tamer to place a level 5 or lower Digimon from your hand with the same with one of those traits to the bottom of the source. So you can use this to just put other stuff from your hand into your source that you want to play out with your Seadramon. So it's pretty good. And if you don't have jamming, you can tuck in the Swimmon to get the jamming. So it's quite nice. And then we are running 3 of the Cool Boy. Cool Boy is here to search for X antibody and to help us gain memory when we did you up on top of our X antibody card into our X antibody cards. So whenever one of your X antibody Digimon in the same level, you can rest the Tamer to gain 1 memory and draw 1. So this is a card that we haven't used in a long time, just because there's a lot of X antibody decks in the game right now that don't really run a full chain, or we don't have space to run it. But he shines in this deck, I believe. Next, we are running 3 of the Protoforms. So if you don't like Protoform, or you can't afford Protoform right now, you can run the old X antibody instead. But since a lot of your abilities, not a lot, but some of your abilities require you to have memory above 1, I think just reducing the evolution costs will help you out a lot. And so we're running 3 of these, but you can definitely run the old one. It's another alternative for a more budget option. And since you're attacking with jamming for most of the time, running that one also makes sense, but it's up to you guys. Next, we're running 2 of the mental training. Training is just to help you search for combo pieces or tamers if you need it. You can't search for Cool Boy, which is kind of sad, but that's okay. That'll be 2 good if you can search for white cards. And then we're also running 3 of the blue memory boost just to increase the consistency a bit. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this deck. It's a very simple deck, very fun. Combos are pretty streamlined. Playing with it so far, it's been pretty consistent. You'll be able to get jamming in your source one way or another, either by digivolving from your Crabmons, or tucking these in, or if you hard cast these out, you'll also be able to do it. And also keep in mind, even if you don't have the jamming or stuff in, when your GigaSeadramon's does not require you to tuck in aquatic traits. It just requires you to, sorry, not this one. Your MetalSeadramon doesn't require you to tuck in aquatic traits. You just tuck in one of your other Digimon. So you will tuck, if you push these out from your raising area, you can still tuck it in and do other stuff with it. So yeah, it's got quite a lot of flexibility. But that's pretty much it for this deck profile, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment down below. But yeah, this is Kotaku. If you guys want to build the same deck, or if you guys want to find missing cards, you guys can feel free to go to BT-20 and use coupon code KAROTAKU, that's 0125 for 3% off on checkout on orders above 13 USD. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any questions, leave a comment down below. I already said that. Sorry for being a little bit busy recently. I think next month I'll be even more busy. Thankfully, there's not too much coming out next month. I have to go back to, I gotta take some courses, so I'll be pretty busy the whole month. I'll be working and taking courses, so I'm not sure if I have time to make that much videos, but I'll try to pump out at least like 2 videos a week. And I think we're almost done all of the deck profiles from BT-20, so I think I'll get a break. But I believe LM is coming out. LMO5 is coming out next month, and also the starter decks. I think the starter decks come out next month as well. So we do have a few things that we can play around with. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it. This is Kotaku, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!